your words, I can bring the mic down there for you. You can come up here however you want to do. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Our athletic director is going to talk about.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, thank you, Charles. Ladies, congratulations. I can't tell you how proud I am of you guys. All year I've seen you guys in and out of our offices, and every time I see you guys, I'm always talking about shooting in the 70s or 60s. And coach's first year here, we talk about what our goals are for this program. And he kept telling me, he said, listen, man, if we put it together, we're actually going to win this thing. I said, well, just put it together. And so, the week before came down, he said, then, I guess you guys played down in Katy or somewhere. And he said, you know what? The course really didn't suit our players, right? It's flat. You can hit it all over the place. He said, that's not our play. Our players are true golfers, and they make golf shots. And he said, I think this next course is going to fit what we do. I said, well, man, congratulations. Let's go. And sure enough, you guys win it. And now we're about to go to the NCAA tournament, And I couldn't be more proud of you, not just winning this, but the way you guys represent us every day as student athletes, right? I know what you guys go through each day. You practice off-site, you work out here, you're doing a lot of traveling. Usually at the beginning of the week, you guys are gone, right? You're not like a weekend type of competition like some of our teams are. And so for you guys to do what you do, excel on the golf course, but also excel in the classroom and in the community, you guys do a heck of a job. And we're proud to call you Panthers, and I'm proud to be your AD. And so I know I was joking with you guys earlier, but I was totally serious. Shoot 68 or below, and we're going to move on and keep this thing rolling. So once again, thank you, congratulations, and good luck.
Thank you, AD. Thank you so much. At this time, we'll bring up the head coach. Coach, come on up and say a couple of words. We're so very, very proud of you. So many you golfers around. I mean, social media is just going crazy and really a buzz about the fantastic job you ladies have done, the coaches have done, the entire athletic department. What a year for Prairie View, man. This is the year of the Panthers. So, wow, congratulations to you. Coach.
All right. There's not a whole bunch I can say. I mean, first off, I want to thank everybody for coming out, especially the team. And this is important. It's important to me. It's important to my assistant coach here, JP. Just the fact that people came out to support what we're about to see here is a big deal. So thank you guys for that. And of course, I want to say thank you to the team. You guys, me and the coach, we're coaches, but you guys are the ones that make the swings. You guys are the ones that make the decisions, the final decisions, and like AD said, you put it together. So, I remember in the van, or at least in the bus, one of the things that I told my team before we went out was, I don't need you guys to be perfect. I just need you to be who you've been becoming all semester. And, that's making sure that you're at the events, that you're practicing, you're putting the time in. I don't need you to be perfect. I just need you to go out and do what it is that you do best, and we did it best. And so, that means everything to me. This is my first year. I mean, like you said, we've got goals, but it doesn't matter until you hit those goals. And then you see what everything that you went through that accumulates through the whole season and to finally get here. So, just super proud of you guys. I really want us to enjoy this. There's places that would be awesome that we could go, but I really don't care where we go. It's the fact that we all get to go together and that we get to compete to try to go to nationals. So, we've got the right people. So let's go out and let's do it again. And, if there's anything that you guys ever need or ever need to call me for, all you gotta do is ask, because you guys did something special, and you need to know that it was you who did it. So give yourself some credit, give yourself a hand, and let's enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Now it's time we want to hear from a couple of representatives from you ladies. Team captain. No team captain, team captain, no captain. Come on here and say a couple words about your team. And one other player, I let somebody else, since you're the captain, appoint someone else to come up and talk. No, nobody else wants to go? One more person, come on. Where's my friend here in the curb? Yeah, you, right there that was talking to me. Young lady, you want to come up and say a couple words about the team and about the incredible season you guys have had? We didn't really get to experience it with you because, we don't watch a lot of golf on television. This is your first year the SWAC has done the college tournament. So we're really excited about it. And because of you, we're going to get so many more views because you guys have done such a great job. It's going to open up a whole other door for women's golf in the Southwest Athletic Conference.
All right, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Brianna Briggs. I'm a senior here at Carnegie A&M University. I'm captain of the women's golf team. I want to say I'm so proud of you guys and for all the hard work you've been putting in over the season to actually come out with a win. Casey, I know it's like, you did your big one this year. We did our big one this year, actually. But for our sophomores, juniors, seniors, we've been working hard this past year, especially with that changing coaches. We knew we had to prove something this year. Come out on top, and we did that. I'm super proud of us and super proud of the hard work, and I hope we keep putting in that work to hopefully win the SWAC championship again next year.
I was going to.
Okay, hello, my name is Madison Williams, I'm a sophomore, it's my second year, so it's really been a blessing to be here, to meet all my teammates, everybody here, love you so much. I really had a really good experience, made good connections, and really improved on my game. I think that we've all improved from my first year here and up until now. Like, our scores have all dropped. I feel like we all have a good bond, good team chemistry, and I'm really proud of all of us. I know we have a couple seniors on the team graduating, and we're gonna miss them, but it's really been a good time playing tournaments together and just having fun and really just working hard, pushing each other. I think is really important, and just, yeah, we never gave up on each other. We kept pushing each other. If one of us was down, pick your head back up and let's keep going. And yeah, I'm really proud of us, and let's just continue to keep doing it for the next years to come.
Okay, thank you so much. Program, at this time, I'm just gonna bring the mic down there and I'm gonna give it to the team captain and like all of you ladies to introduce yourself to our guests, okay? Right quick.
Just again, I'm Brianna Briggs.
Where you from?
I'm from El Grove, California.
I'm Jay. I'm a junior this year, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Hi, my name is Casey Mignoli. I'm a senior biology major, and I'm from Missouri City, Texas.
Hi, my name is Fernanda Rendon. I'm a sophomore, and I'm from Mexico.
Hi, my name is Julia Lilly. I'm a sophomore and I'm from Houston, Texas.
My name is Madison Williams. I'm a sophomore and I'm from Carson, California.
And my name is Makayla Dubert and I'm a junior.
I'm Karen. I'm from Chesapeake, Virginia.
I'm Ariel Belser and I'm a senior and I'm from Temecula, California.
Thank you, ladies, so much. And again, we're so just tremendously proud of you. Several of us are alums and athletes, former athletes. For you and them, you got a person that's in the band from 1965, Raymond Holly. No, this season, from the 80s, Raymond Holly. And of course, we've got Miss Pete, who also was an outstanding volleyball player here. We want to recognize the people who are behind the scenes and our just tremendous sports medicine program. We're just so very, very proud of you. We're so glad to have some representation from our sports medicine department. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Who's the trainer? Where's the manager? Is the trainer or the manager here? Well, who is your trainer or manager? Owens? Collins, Chris Collins. Well, we want to thank Chris Collins for all of the hard work he's done with you and congratulate you ladies again. Coach, congratulations. Got a couple of minutes. If you'd like to take some pictures with some of the team members, that will be available. The selection show starts at 3 o'clock. We are on time right now. I can't believe we're on time. So it's about to start in a few minutes. Please feel free to mingle. And when it's time to announce Purdue, we'll turn it up extremely loud. Congratulations again, and go Panthers. Oh, by the way, if your parents would like to see the selection show, you can go to, we're going to share it on the Purdue and University website, pvparents.com, and social medias from Splendid Media. So we're taking it for you guys, and we're going to make it available so you can send it to your parents and they can see it. Thank you.
Excuse me. Can we get a picture over here? I'm going to get the team to take a picture with the administrators.
You'll bring it in my school this morning. You bring it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that area.
I went to Madison.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you don't have to do that, Nancy. You don't have to.
It's almost time, so the shows will start in a couple of minutes. We're going to put it up on the big screen. I want to mention also too, and thank all of the coaches who have come out to support y'all. Man, this is a great group, and the administration is Reed, and I don't know the new lady's last name. Please forgive me, but thank y'all for Ms. Ramsley. Ramsley, I'm in trouble with Charles for the woman later. But anyway, thank all of the coaches for coming out and supporting y'all. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Of course, there's Robin Sally.
he ticks the box for me here.
Yeah, I mean, you can, I think they'll put out Scott. I mean, you look at Justin Rose, he's won this year, Gary Raymond, he's 41, he's won this year. So, hey, 45 in a row, maybe we get 3 guys in the 40 winning.
I do think this, and real quick before we get out of here, I think this is going to take over as the hardest course in Florida once it's permanently on the schedule over Bay Hill. This is just a brutal redo here as far as the toughness. And if the wind blows a little bit this week, we're going to see low single digits win this thing.
And we're here for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how it was designed.
You see, I mean, he was.
Sometimes life.
Take a look at some of the notable pairings. Cameron Young and Scotty Shepard going out at 10-50. Justin Thomas over speed. Gary Woodland taking bridge with contrasting style of plays up against the watch. We always underestimated, underappreciated Russell Henley and alongside Steve Kennedy. Tony Crafter, Matt Everett, always a joy and an honor to sit next to and talk ball. That you all enjoyed the insights. Live first round coverage of the Cadillac Championship can be found on ESPN Plus at 8:30 Eastern Time. Golf Channel's first round coverage starts right here at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. It's going to be a slugfest on the golf course that is one tough with the Blue Monster at Trump National Fairground. We'll see you there tomorrow.
Behind this advisor is the power of Vanguard's institutional quality bond funds, 90% of which have outperformed their peers over the last 10 years. Are you backed by institutional quality bond funds? Vanguard, discipline that delivers.
Superior smooth taste worth playing. Michelob Ultra, superior might be.
Man, I'm loving this new house city. Yeah. Every time I drive, I feel like I'm in a movie now. We can do this whole thing. Make everything feel like it's all new on 8 Palisade Highway.
When I use my Bosch lasers, I feel unstoppable. Like a green laser leveling machine. No matter what job I'm up against, laser precision helps me knock it out.
Today is a college game as we take the next step towards the NCAA Division I National Championships next month. So here is what we are revealing. Today, 72 teams will be heading to 6 regions around the country. 3 regionals in the southeast and then an additional site in Michigan, Texas, and California. 12 teams in each region, with 5 from each region advancing to the NCAA Championships at the end of May. So a little more detail on the field. In addition to 12 teams, 6 individuals from teams not qualifying will also be sent to each region. 29 teams received 40 bids for winning their tournament. 43 have been selected by the NCAA committee. 5 teams from each region will be advancing to the NCAA Championships, which will begin May 22nd and run through May 27th. And for the 3rd straight year, the championships will be held on the La Costa Resort and Spa in Carlsbad, California. So with that, let me introduce our panel today. It is, of course, Paige McKenzie, who is the #1 ranked amateur during her time at the University of Washington, Jim Gallagher Jr., who was an All-American at Tennessee and 5-time PGA Tour winner, and Brenton Romine, who covers this college game, trust me, unlike anybody else throughout the entire year. Great to have you with us, guys. Paige, starting with you. One of the themes of today's show is just how far or how little teams will have to travel for their regionals. I know you know a little bit about that during your time in Washington.
As we take the next step. Yeah, of course, coming from Seattle, Washington, it was almost always a hike to get to golf tournaments around the country.
Today, 72 teams will be heading to 6 regions around the country. 3 regionals
the type of grass. Going from the West Coast to a Florida, Bermuda may be difficult for certain teams. So I'm keeping an eye on that as we go through today and the selection.
Okay, and Jim, it's no secret you follow the SEC year round, and it appears once again to be one of the strongest conferences.
Well, absolutely. And to Paige's point, that's why these coaches play all over the country during the season. 5 teams in the SEC in the top 10, 11 in the top 25, 14 in the top 50. That being said, top 2 teams aren't in that conference, so we'll see as we continue on.
Yes, we will. And Brent, we know Stanford will be the favourite again this year, but what about the pack chasing them this time?
Look, this time of year, people love the sleepers, they love the Cinderellas, they love the upsets. Well, there's going to be a lot of parity this year. I look at the rankings, and from the 11th ranked team in the country to the 40th ranked team in the country, that gap is smaller than last year's 11 through 32. So we essentially have 8 more teams that feel that they can play with anybody. With Stanford, I'm really excited to see these fields as they get on the field today.
All right, well, the scene is set, so let's start announcing some teams, shall we? Let's go. Let's show you the number 1 seed in 2026. The top overall seed are the Stanford Cardinals, who will play their regional champions. Next up are the champions of the 10 US regions. They'll have to make a trip to Ann Arbor, Michigan. For the Gators, in the Tallahassee region, Texas A&M gets to stay difficult for certain teams. So keeping an eye Texas on that as we go through today in the selection.
It's no secret we follow the SEC year round, and it is once again to be one of the strongest conferences.
What stands out to you about the 6 number 1 seed?
Well, absolutely. And to Paige's point, that's why these coaches play all over the country during the season. 5 teams in the SEC in the top 10, 11 in the top 25, 14 in the top 50. That being said, top 2 teams aren't in that conference, so we'll see as we continue on.
And of course, that makes it a little bit better for the rest of those 1 seeds, 2 of which A&M and Florida get to drive to their regionals.
Okay, well, time now then.
Look, this time of year, people love the sleepers, they love the Cinderellas, they love the upsets. Well, there's going to be a lot of parity this year. I look at the rankings, and from the 11th ranked team in the country to the 40th ranked team in the country, that gap is smaller than last year's 11 through 32. So we essentially have 8 more teams that feel like they can play with anybody. Maybe that includes Stanford. I'm really excited to see these fields as they get on field today.
All right, well, the scene is set, so let's start announcing some teams, shall we? Let's go without further ado. Let's show you the 6th number 1 seed in 2026. Top overall seed once again are the Stanford Cardinals, who will play their regionals at their 3 seed. Next up are the champions of the 10 US regions. They'll have to make a trip to Ann Arbor, Michigan. Florida Gators are number 1 in the Tallahassee region. Texas A&M gets to stay close to home and compete in Waco. Texas will be the top seed in Chapel Hill, and another SEC school, Arkansas, will be the number 1 seed
is the reigning
Kentucky.
champion.
All right, Redby, let's go. What's that about you about 6 and 1 seed?
Yeah, this was probably the toughest year that I remember for the committee outside of Stanford hosting as a top overall seed. It was really about where to send the USC. Ultimately, they decided to ship them to Michigan since they had to get on an airplane anyways. And of course, that makes it a little bit better for the rest of those 1 seeds, 2 of which A&M and Florida get to drive to the regions.
Okay, well, time now then to show you the first region of the day, which will be played at Stanford Golf Course that is located in the foothills above the Stanford University
year together as a group, and that's what everyone knows. Mega and Kelly
NCAA regionals, women's NCAA championships,
so for them to be able to be at home for their final regular season event is pretty exciting.
Here are the first 12 teams.
And Jim Gallagher, you've built a culture of belief there at Stanford. You're the dominating team again. What's been the biggest challenge for you, or what is your biggest challenge as a coach? And you're playing for this coming region.
We always say this is our home course. We love the golf course. It's a great championship course. It's a very good test to golf. So we certainly don't want to get comfortable. We want to prepare and be ready to play against the best teams in the country. Never take regionals for granted. I know every coach in America feels that way, that no matter what your season is, it all comes down to those 3 days to extend 1 more week. So we'll be doing what we can to prepare and be ready.
And I know you are very good at preparing, and over the course of the last decade, as Stanford has risen annually to the top of agriculture college rankings, one, I would say, criticism is maybe the performance in match, because you put yourself in that position over and over and haven't won every single time. Okay, I'll give you a small bit of criticism. What have you done to prepare your players best for match play? Is it anything?
No, I love this team, and I'm so happy that they get to play at home for regionals. we've had such a fun year together as a group, and as everyone knows, Micah and Kelly have just been phenomenal seniors for us. So for them to be able to be home for their final regular season event, it's pretty exciting. Every time we tee it up.
And Jim Gallagher, you feel the culture of belief there at Stanford. You're the dominating team at the end. What's been the biggest challenge for you, or what is your biggest challenge as a coach?
We're certainly not listening to any of that criticism. I feel like we feel pretty good about the last.
Just not getting too comfortable. We always say this is our home course. We love the golf. It's a great
and so
it's a very good
we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and
so we certainly want to get comfortable. We want to
against whoever opponent is.
It's been a dominant showing, Coach. Thanks so much for your time. Great to see you, and good luck next time.
No matter what your season is, it all comes down to those 3 days to extend 4 more weeks. So we'll be doing what we can to prepare. If you're ready.
Teams in each region will end up moving.
And I know you are very good at preparing, and over the course of the last decade, as Stanford has risen annually to the top as it relates to college rankings, the one I would say criticism is maybe the performance in match play, because you put yourself in position over and over and over again and haven't won every single time. Okay, I'll give you a small bit of criticism. What have you done to prepare your players best for match play? Is it any different this year than in years past?
Ranked academic school.
No, we just keep trying to be the best we can be. I know the players have been hearing that.
About what Walker's been able to do is how she's able to mesh the best players in the world with each other.
At the end of the day, every time we tee it up, we're always been an underdog, swinging free, coming at it, and that's just a tough position to be in. Match play is always going to be slithers when it comes to 15 goals. So we're certainly not listening to any of that criticism. I feel like we feel pretty good about the last, let's say the last 10 years. We've been in 5 finals and won 3. And so we're just going to keep doing and show up and try to play our best against whoever.
For the third round in
Thanks so much for your time. Great to see you, and good luck next month.
Stanford will be bringing to
thanks so much.
Always.
All right, well, one more look at teams heading out west to challenge Stanford again. The top 5 teams in each region will end up moving on to the NCAA championships. How about some of that as well, by the way, for some of the
Anna, they're going to look at this field and they're going to be like, wow, there are a lot of West Coast Pacific time zone teams around us. And that's going to be a challenge, I think, for the Commodores, who have had to adjust this spring. Tilly Claggett.
Let's talk about Ann Walker's team. Hey, coming to you first. This is the 5th straight season they've been among the best in the country. It's not easy to manage all of those players, especially at highly ranked
of the SEC championship. But all that said, this team.
No, it's not. And I think what's extraordinary about what Ann Walker's been able to do is how she's able to mesh the best players in the world with each other, and they really truly feel like a team. And what's interesting is when I go down the lineup, first of all, there's very little difference between 1 and 5. In fact, it's less than a single stroke in season-long scoring average for the players that we anticipate to see in this regional. And you also break it down further. The lowest stroke average for the first round is different than the player that has the lowest stroke average for the second round.
Already said it, but there's just so much star power at Stanford. Veteran leaders here like Mega Garnet, Martinez,
always so hard to be relatively elsewhere in the region. One of the teams that will have to travel a long way is Vanderbilt, 3 seed. What can you tell us about that?
Regions to reveal when the selection.
Well, yeah, they're going to look at this field and they're going to be like, wow, there are a lot of West Coast Pacific time zone teams around us, and that's going to be a challenge, I think, for the Commodores to have to adjust this spring.
For those who dress the part.
Players for the past couple of seasons, she hasn't made the lineup since Darius Rutgers. Elizabeth Brudisell, their top freshman. She got subbed out after the first round of the SEC championship. But all that said, the team still has plenty of depth. Lynn Lynn shot 63 at Clemson in the opening round. Catherine Ha, another freshman who got subbed in at SEC, she posted 66 in that second round. So a different 1 through 5 may be expected at the beginning of the fall. But there's no reason they're going to this for an NCAA championship.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating. Congratulations to the 12 teams who are heading to Stanford. That is our first region to be announced. And we've already said it, but there's just so much star power at Stanford. You've got the veteran leaders here like Mega Garnet, Paula Martinez, Pedro, and all these younger players as well, like Mayorki and Andrea Walter, who may be Cardinals' favorites once again. We've still got 5 regions to reveal when the selection show continues.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 12. I can't hear clearly on the phone. Let me show you something that will change your life.
allows you to read what the caller is saying. You can read what the caller is saying as they say it. It sounds expensive. There is no insurance or Medicare required.
Clear caption service is provided at no cost to you. We deliver, install, and train you on how to use your phone. Call 1-800-368-2718. That's 1-800-368-2718.
I have arrived. We're cool of it, kid. We're flying to fly. And the magic? You know we brought it. Yeah, we came to play. Being a business owner takes hard work and a whole lot of miles. So we needed a serious business card that could go the distance. We chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With unlimited double miles on every purchase, we earn rewards on all the things we need to grow our business. Delicious. And with big purchasing power, we can spend more and earn more. So we redeemed miles to travel the country and partner with new stores. What's in your wallet? Hey, that's my money. Have you tried the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club?
Designed by National. The course is hosting one NCAA final and 12 total Big Ten championships. And here are 12 teams headed to California will be the top team.
Introducing the Jalapeno Ranch Club. It's Chick-fil-A chicken, all ranch
down seasons, Duke has bounced right back this year and are the number 2 seed. Central Florida having one of the best seasons in program history, being the 3 seed and are defending champions. Northwestern on a short trip to Michigan as the 6th seed. So taking a closer look at the USC Trojans, who are champions of the Big Ten and the second-ranked team in the country. They're 3-time national champions, most recently in 2013. 7 wins for USC this season. Jeff Koo and Catherine Park are both inside of the top 15 in the amateur rankings, and Bailey Shoemaker as well, who's a key contributor for the women from Detroit. So it's time now to welcome in the head coach of the Trojans, Justin Silverstein. Great to see you, Justin. Tell us, with Stanford hosting a regional this year, it means your team does have to travel. What are your thoughts of heading to Ann Arbor?
We're thrilled at the opportunity to be able to travel to another Big Ten school, play a Mackenzie course, which we're going to be very excited about, and be on some turf that's really familiar to us. So knowing Stanford was out of the equation, with them having such a great season, we're thrilled with this outcome.
Justin, weather's always an issue this time of year. You get up in the Midwest. How will your team adjust to that? Southern California is pretty nice this time of year. Different grasses, different weather. How will you all prepare for that?
I don't know if there's a way we can prepare right now because it's 75 degrees today and it's going to be 75 degrees up until we leave. But we've played golf all around the country this year. We've got a team that's well traveled in junior golf and amateur golf, so they know what to do. They'll be prepared. We'll have to make our yardage adjustments as we get on site. The temperature stays low as they are right now, but turf-wise, I think we're in a good spot with this facility, and I think we'll be in a good place once we get there with the adjustments we need to make.
Great to see you, Justin. Tell us what's
The benefits are obvious of having an all-star team as you do. You've got 4 players ranked inside the top 20 in the college rankings.
We're thrilled at the opportunity to be able to travel to another Big Ten school, play a Mackenzie course, which we're going to be very excited about.
Internally, has it been challenging over the course of the year
Knowing
to
Stanford was
show
out
that
of
they're
the
gelling as a
equation with
team?
them having such a great season, we're thrilled with this outcome. Yeah, Paige, that's one of our biggest challenges every year.
Justin, weather's always an issue
We
this time of
compete
year.
with each other and against each other. And essentially that means you want to beat your teammates, but if they beat you and they win the tournament and you finish second, you just tip your cap and you're happy for them.
I don't know if there's a way
And
we
you're
can
proud of the
prepare
team
right now
if
because
they
it's
win the tournament.
75 degrees
It is a
today.
challenge.
It's going to be
Once we've had
75
it for a
degrees
long
up until we
time,
leave.
it's a
But
nice challenge
we
to
play
have because
golf
it means
all
you have a
around
lot of good players. But it's something we run into regularly. And I'll say this group in particular has done a wonderful job supporting one another week in, week out, with each individual successes. We have had a bunch of those, so we're very fortunate to be able to have those issues. And I do feel like this team's done a great job managing them.
The benefits are obvious.
Justin, much different situation for one of your top players, Bailey Shoemaker, this year compared to where she was a year ago. What does a healthy Bailey Shoemaker and playing the type of golf that she's been playing do for this team as you guys head into the postseason?
I mean, it really changed everything for us when she came back full force in January, because it had been about a year, maybe 15 months since we saw her at 100%. She's so good at the little stuff in this game. Everything that requires work, she excels at. So when golf courses get more difficult, she tends to get better. So having that in your lineup really helps one through 5 on a weekly basis. And at this time of year, when golf courses get nastier, stakes get bigger, tournaments get more difficult, having someone like that is massive. So the fact that she's 100% able to practice at full go now, I mean, I think we've seen that Brentley with her results. She keeps getting better and better. So I would look for her to do something big in the next couple of events heading into this summer, because I think she's actually playing her best golf now that she has in her whole life.
Yeah,
much different situation for one of your top players, Bailey Shoemaker, this year compared to where she was a year ago. What is a healthy Bailey Shoemaker playing the type of golf that she's
Here,
been
another
playing
look
for
at
this
teams
team?
heading
You guys
to
have
Michigan. A lot of Midwestern schools.
I mean, it really changed everything for us when she came back full force in January. It's been about a year, maybe 15 months since we saw her at 100%.
Columbia Lions, who won their
She's
first
so good at
Ivy
the little
League
stuff
title in
in
almost
Michigan.
20
Everything
years,
requires
and for
work,
third
she
straight
excels
year,
at. So when golf courses
Oakland
get
women
difficult,
claiming
she
Horizon
tends to get better.
Championship.
So having that in your lineup
To
really
home.
helps what the
Speaking of
on
Kansas,
a weekly basis.
let's have a look. Here
If
are
you're
the
comfortable with
Jayhawks
golf
finding
courses,
out
last year
exactly where they're going to be
it's
going.
a little bit more difficult.
Congratulations
Having
to
someone
all
like
of
that
those
is
Mountain
massive. So
Stars. We look
the
forward
fact
to
that she's
seeing you
100%
compete
able to practice
in just a
go
couple
now
of weeks.
and
All right,
see
let's
that
get
for
some
every year
reactions.
results.
Jim,
She
coming to
gets
you
better and
first. I
better.
know
So
you
I would
touched
look
on
for
it
her
there
to
with
do
Coach,
something
but
big in the
every
next couple
year
of events.
there is at
Heading
least
into this summer,
one host in
she's
the north,
actually
and that's
playing
going to
her best
come
golf now.
with
That's
different
massive
weather,
for us.
different grasses, conditions. How do you think that could affect the 12 schools going to Michigan?
These national championships. Thanks so much for joining us, Coach, and best.
Well, that's a great question. You look at Central Florida, who's already
Give another look at teams heading to
incredible year, and they've won at Medina in the fall, so they played up in the Midwest. You look at Ohio State; they're a really good team. They're going to be tough there. It's going to be fascinating to see how they make that adjustment when the weather is. I played this golf course several years ago. It's a beautiful golf course. It's one of the best college courses they'll get to play. Will the defending champs be able to jump up?
Let's have a look. Here are the
I like those 5 teams. You look at Northwestern,
Congratulations to
maybe had
all of
the
those
greatest spring, make a move there. Will Kansas?
in just a couple of weeks. Right.
Will Lauderbaugh, they're a solid team as well. Will they make a run there? But
You touched on it there, Coach, but
I do like the top 5 there. I think they'll make that adjustment, but that's always something when you get up there. I remember when Kathleen daughter went to Michigan State, cold, rainy, wet, a lot of different for some of them.
That's a great question. You look at
But when you look at that, maybe Northwestern can jump.
they won at Medina in the fall, so
They
they
get one of those top 5.
look at Ohio State. They're a really good team.
Jimmy just mentioned the Wildcats there.
Whether it's like
Years after a pretty surprise national championship title, Northwestern is the 6th seed this year in Ann Arbor. What have you got on this year's team?
Yeah, and it's just been one gut punch after another, it seems, for Emily Fletcher squad. And that started right after they won a year ago, less than 48 hours after they lifted the trophy. Elise Lee, one of their best players, transferred to USC. And then mid-season, earlier this spring, Ariana Lau, the high
Jimmy just mentioned the
recruit in program history, she decides to leave the program. And since she left, the Wildcats have 20th to 32nd in the country.
One gut punch after another seems for Emily Fletcher's squad, and that started right after they won a year ago, 48 hours after they
this team is still extremely
at least Lee, one of their best players,
stay close to home. So
USC, and then
maybe they
mid-season,
can find
earlier
something,
this
but
week,
I'll tell you what,
Ariana Lau,
if they do make the
and program history
national championship this year, it'll be more surprising.
Since she left, the Wildcats
than
have dropped
just getting to the final.
to 32nd in the country. They finished 8th or worse in
See how the defending
each of their last
champions,
4
how
events
far
at the
they will get
regionals. That said,
this
the team
time.
is so
round.
extremely
Right,
well.
well, it is
And
time to
it's close to home. So
move
if
on,
they
shall
can
we,
find
and reveal
something,
the
but I'll tell you
third
what,
region
if
of
they
the
do
day
the national championship
as
this
we
year,
head to the
it'll be more
panhandle
surprising
of
than the
Florida. The
final.
Tallahassee region will be hosted at Seminole Legacy Golf Club on the campus of Florida State.
Round.
Have
Right,
just
well, it
completed
is
a
time to move on,
quick
shall we, and
evaluation
reveal
of
the
the
third
third
region
region
of the
by the
day
Florida
as we
State,
head to the
led by Invictus
panhandle of Florida. The
Sun
Tallahassee
team.
region will be
So
hosted
top
at
seed at Florida
Seminole
State,
Legacy
that
Golf Club
be the
on
arch rival
Florida
Florida
State.
Gators, the third ranked team in the country. 5 wins this year, led by head coach Emily Glazer in her 14th year with the program.
So top seed
Also
at
led
Florida
by
State,
5
that
winners
is
this
the arch
season
rival
in the
Florida
Eastern
Gators,
Masters,
the
the
third
matching
ranked
portion of the
team in the
NCAA
country.
Championship
5 wins
the
this
first
year,
time since
led by head coach Emily
2017.
Glazer in her
And here
14th
are the
year with
teams
the program.
that will
It's
be
the
joining
5
Florida
wins
in Tallahassee. You've got the
the
number 2 seed
matchday
Wake
portion of the
Forest, national
NCAA
champions 3 years
first
ago,
time
and back with another
and
strong team this
17.
year. One of the
And here
longest
are the
trip
teams that will be
itineraries
joining
for
Florida
Florida,
in Tallahassee.
UCLA
We've
as
got the
the
number 2
3
seed
seed
Wake
in this
Forest,
region,
national
to host
champions 3 years
Florida
ago, and
State
back
are the
with
4
us
seed. And how about the season
one of the
for
longest
Eastern
campaign tours
Michigan,
for
their
the
first
North
ever
UC
regional
as
appearance, and they will be
this
the
region,
5
host
seed.
Florida
So,
State.
Brett, going to come back to you
And
first
how about the season
on
for
the
Eastern
Gators. This is a
Michigan, their
program
first
that is looking for a
appearance, and they
little
will
bit of
be
redemption after what
5
happened
seed.
at the
So, Brenda,
NCAA
can you come back
Championship
to you first
a
on the
year ago.
Gators?
Tell us more.
This is a program that is looking for a
Yeah,
little
I
redemption
mean,
after
this is
what
a
happened at
program who I think you have to give a lot of credit
Tell us
to, just
more.
the maturation from a
Yeah,
year
I mean,
ago when they
this
were
is a
playing in their first
program, I
nationals
think you give a lot of credit to
since
just the maturation
2019. Their
from a year
best player,
ago when
Bella
they were playing in
Francisco,
their first nationals
gets on the
since
wrong shuttle, is
2019.
late for
Their
her
best
tee
player,
time,
Bella Francisco, gets on the
ends up
wrong
getting
shuttle,
penalized 2
late for her
shots. The
tee
Gators
time,
missed by
ends
just
up
a
getting
few,
penalized 2 shots. Gators
missed the
missed
54
a
hole cut, that is, by
whole
just a
cut that
few.
is
But
by just
the
a few.
coaching
But the
job that
coaching
Emily Glazer
job that Emily Glazer has
has
done
done this year,
particularly
particularly
with
with Francisco,
Francisco, this player who
this is
a
a
couple
player
years
who
ago, like
a
you would
couple
have to
years
guide
ago,
her
like you would
around.
have to
She had
guide
all the physical tools,
her
but
around.
the
Like she
golf
had all the
IQ was
physical
not
tools,
there. But this
but
year
just
that
the
is
golf
not.
IQ was not there. But this year that has not been the case. She's a top 10 ranked player in the country. She's coming off an SEC individual title, and the Gators have followed suit behind her. They've won 5 times as a team. And I think if they do make it to the NCAA championship again and get through regionals this year, Anna, they're not going to be deer in the headlights anymore. This is a seasoned team with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, you never know. And Paige, I know one of the host teams that you've got your eye on, that is at Florida State. They're the 4 seed at home.
Yeah, and a couple reasons. Number one, they hosted an event at this golf course at Seminole Legacy not long ago, and they won by 8 shots over Eastern Michigan, who is the 5th seed, as well as North Florida, who is the 10th seed. So some experience in competition at their home course. And there has been some historical data as it relates to host playing colleges. Over the last 3 years, when a playing team has hosted, they advanced 10 out of 11 times in the last 3 years. So a lot of good history on their side as well.
Okay. That's that region done. Let's move forward. Before we do, though, I just want to show you the reaction of another school that is watching us today, the Eastern Michigan Eagle. There they are. Congratulations. Such an exciting day. The 5 seed in Tallahassee.
Panther Nation, we're excited to officially announce the release of the Prairie View A&M University football schedule. Once again, it's a lineup that reflects the tradition, pride, and competitive spirit Panther football. This season is going to bring a great mix of exciting matchups, conference battles, and unforgettable moments right here in Pantherland. One of the highlights of this season will be our Labor Day Classic against our rivals, Texas Southern, on Sunday, September 6th, right here in Panther Stadium. We will also celebrate one of our favorite traditions, homecoming, October 17th versus Alcorn State. Your presence makes a difference. The energy that you bring fuels our team and gives us a true home field advantage. We look forward to seeing you this fall as we build, compete, and chase championships together. Get your season tickets starting February 2nd, and let's make this another season to remember. We'll see you in the stands. Go Panthers!
Followed by host North Carolina at number 2. Mississippi State is the 3 seed, led by star player Avery Weed. And take a look at Kent State as well, the 5 seed. They won their conference championship 27 years in a row. So here's some more on our top seed in this region, the Texas Longhorns, a longer powerhouse in the men's game, but still searching for their first national title for the women. They entered the NCAA championships ranked 5th in the country. And their star is Farrah O'Keefe, who was the top-ranked college player in the country and just came off a low amateur at the Chevron Championship. So with that, we welcome the head coach of the Longhorns, Laura Ionello, in her second season in Austin after a long stint at the University of Arizona. Great to see you, Coach. How does your second year so far at Texas compared to the first, and what you've learned about your players?
Yeah, these young women are highly motivated. They work really hard, and it's a privilege to coach them here at Texas.
Well, Coach, Anna mentioned the fabulous play that Farrah had at Chevron last week, but not only that, she then jumped on a plane and ended up at a U.S. Open qualifier for 36 holes. Are you concerned about exhaustion, and how do you manage that for your student athletes as you head into this very important part of the season?
Absolutely. I think we have to be very conscious of conserving energy at the right time. And this time of year, these young women have been playing a lot of golf. You add in the Augusta National Women Amateur, U.S. Open qualifiers, all those things, right? So making sure that they have time off and rest, recovery, and just time to get away a little bit. But this team, they work really, really hard. So, Lauren Kim, Cindy Hsu, my other top players, along with Farrah, they're all going to be ready to go. This is the time of year that you get the most excited to compete.
Laura, when we spoke at the Darius record where your team won and you backed it up at home, we talked about working with a sports psychologist. You bring a lot of experience now. What other things are you working on with the team that help you get through the regionals and maybe win a national championship?
Yes, my team has been diligent about continuing to get just mentally tougher. And I think just knowing that you have to embrace that there's going to be adversity almost every round of golf. Not everything's going to go your way, and making sure that we work with our sports, our sport coach, Brian Kane. He's really, really helped our women to be more mindful, keeping our mind in the moment and not taking anything for granted. This is NCAA regionals. There's so many great teams, and I think making sure that we go in prepared so that we're confident and ready to go is really important. But really proud of how these women are embracing being uncomfortable and having a process of a reset button to make sure that they recover nicely.
Well, Coach, you've got some future stars of the game, no doubt, in your team, and we're looking forward to seeing you compete next month. So thanks so much for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
Let's take one more look, shall we, at the teams heading to North Carolina. You've got two teams to potentially keep an eye on, by the way, are number 6 Virginia and number 8 NC State. Both schools are very familiar with Findlay Golf Club and won't have too far to travel. And we've also got a couple of more first-time conference champions, High Point, who won the Big South, and Howard, who won the Northeast Conference. And speaking of High Point, here they are. Here is the team. Very excited to be heading to regionals. So congratulations and well done for all of your hard work. Let's just take a moment to talk about this top seed Texas page. North Carolina is the 2 seed and they get to stay at home.
They do. And again, I'm keeping an eye on those home hosting teams. Now, an interesting point about UNC is they've actually hosted 2 events this season. One in October where they finished 6th, and it was against a very strong field. And again, this spring where they were runner-up. But so for that reason, it feels like there is a reason for concern. But I'm going to point out the fact that their number 1 player was absent for both of those events. So a player that typically the score counts in, Megan Stryker, was not able to play both in October and in the recent event in March. So perhaps her addition to the lineup at UNC will give it a better chance of advancing through regionals back to the NCAA championship.
Interesting. Brentley, do you think there could be some surprises in this region, particularly when you look at Michigan State and NC State?
Yeah, absolutely. And to piggyback off of Paige, North Carolina practically hosts every year. They have not won at home since 2012. So that's a long time last time I checked. But yeah, Michigan State historically just always a real tough out this time of year. The last 7 times since 2000, they've advanced despite not being projected to based on their seeding. And you mentioned one of those events at Findlay Golf Course this spring. Michigan State beat North Carolina by 11 shots. And then North Carolina State, I've talked to a lot of top coaches these last couple of weeks, and I asked them, who's one underdog who you really don't want to face in the postseason? And NC State came up a lot. I mean, this is a team that was just 5th at ACCs. They have one of the best players in the country in Marie Madsen. And good players can't carry teams to national championships, but they can definitely carry them through regionals. Marie Madsen, she's got 3 wins this year. She's nearly ranked top 20 in the country, and she gets to stay home and do it close to some family and friends as well.
Okay, Chapel Hill might be a regional to keep an eye on for perhaps some shock finishes. Well, before we get to our next region, let's get some more reaction, shall we? I love to see this. The Virginia team, round of applause, congratulations, awesome job, and we look forward to seeing you in next month. Okay, time to reveal our 5th region of the day. For that, we head to Central Texas to reveal the Waco region. It will be hosted this year at Ridgewood Country Club, a par 70 course that plays on 6,600 yards. It is in the region will be the Texas A&M Aggies, checking in at 4th in the nation, coached by Stacey Lewis's husband, Jared Chadwell. Bit of international flavour for the Aggies, who are led on the course by Spain's Cayetana Fernandez Garcia Polio and Canada's Vanessa Floravilos. And here they are, the 12 teams that will make their way to Texas along with the Aggies. We've got the Oregon Ducks, always a threat at the NCAA championships, on the 2 seed. They are led by Kiara Romero. The top ranked
That's right, both Kira Romero and Vanessa Borvillos, two of my favorite players in collegiate golf right now. I love both their golf swings. Very similar pro type, and I think you
and one of the last at-large teams in the field were the Colorado Buffaloes, who are the number 9 seed. So Paige, we're going to start with you on this region. The top 2 teams have got 2 players that I know you've got a chance to watch closely at the Augusta National Women's Amateur.
But it's more depth on the lower
That's right. Both Kira Romero and Vanessa Borvillos, 2 of my favorite players in collegiate golf right now. I love both of their golf swings. Very similar prototype. And I think when you look at the individual champion that may come out of
Yeah, they sure did.
look at those 2. It's one of the weakest individual fields. Only 3 players ranked inside the top 50 in collegiate golf. They do try to make sure that it's an even-handed region, but it's more depth on the lower corners than the top end in this particular region.
Kind of get it together.
Big names in that team. Jim, of course, you are a proud Tennessee volunteer. The Tennessee women pulled off a pretty big upset at the SEC Championship.
They feel pretty confident coming out of this region.
Yeah, they sure did. Their first SEC championship. Coach Cantu's done a great job in just 5 years. And 4 wins on the season, 3 this spring. They beat A&M in the semis. They beat Auburn, who's a great
Well, I guess we're going to wake up, huh? Well, congratulations, ladies. I'm very disappointed in city play. It's all the more reason for you to strengthen and bring it back here so they can stick it in their heads that career view produces great champions. Okay? So that's going to wrap it up for us, folks. Coach, would you like to say something about going to Waco right down the street? We should get some fans coming.
All right, I'm excited. Like I said earlier, it doesn't matter where we go. We got the right group of people that are going to go off and do our best. As long as we do our best, we're going to make it to the next round. So, super proud of our girls and you can bring this group to the next weekend. Thank you, everybody.
All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us again. We want to thank everyone for coming out and supporting women's golf team. Again, first time in 33 years, what an accomplishment for you ladies and those. We are sincerely proud. Folks, if you'd like to take pictures on the way out, please feel free to do so. And again, thank all the other coaches for coming out and supporting. Let's go wrap it up for us here. God bless you.